We begin in Freeborn County, where today kids taking the bus home from school ended up taking an ambulance to the hospital instead. ABC 6 News reporter Rachel Mantos saw that crash scene with two school buses this afternoon. She's now live from the emergency room at Mayo Clinic Health System in Austin. Rachel, tell us what happened.
Yeah, Maisie, when I first got to the crash site around 5 o'clock this evening, those kids were already on their way to the ER here, but those two school buses were still at the intersection with visible damage. Take a look. One bus landing in the ditch, the other totally smashed in on the front end. Freeborn County deputies pieced together that a school bus from the Palmer Bus Company in Austin was heading north on 890th Avenue when it was struck by a Glenville Emmons school bus heading east on 170th Street and crossing the intersection. I did chat briefly with the Glenville Emmons bus driver when I arrived at the scene, who told me he was sure he stopped at the stop sign, but he was ultimately cited for failure to yield right of way at a controlled intersection. As for the 6 kids on board, 5 of them had minor injuries and were brought to the emergency room in Austin to be checked out. There weren't any kids on the Palmer bus, but the driver was also taken to the ER for minor injuries. We don't have an official update on the conditions of any of the people who were hurt in that crash, but we did find one woman on social media who said her 2 kids were actually on that school bus. Now, she didn't reply to our messages tonight. It's understandable. It's probably been a very stressful evening for the family, but she did post that her son was okay after the crash and her daughter had a concussion and some bruised ribs, but she has already been discharged from the hospital tonight. Live in Austin, Rachel Mantos, ABC 6 News.